Hello and welcome to the Get Mobile webinars series. Today's webinar is about the SME business briefings, providing information on hosting a placement trainee from abroad. So what is Get Mobile? It's a European project based in the UK, Netherlands, Greece, Italy, Iceland and Turkey. We're working together to try and get more European female graduates from across Europe to go on placement abroad to another SME. So we're really working with SMEs to try and get more SMEs on board in this valuable area of work experience for female graduates who are currently unemployed. We've got a series of results and products aimed at SMEs as part of the Get Mobile project. We're developing a handbook called Maximising Returns for Small Business, and this can guide you through the process of hosting a placement student from abroad. We're running practical business briefing workshops, sharing information about hosting trainees from abroad. And finally, we have the Get Connected zone where you can register free of charge, connect with other SMEs as well as graduates across Europe and advertise your placement vacancies. What's in it for you as a company, as an SME? What are the benefits of hosting a placement trainee? Well, the benefits are many and varied, but some of the regularly reported benefits are listed here on screen. And they include intercultural knowledge and languages, access to different skills and competencies in your SME, extra resources for specific short-term projects, as well as bringing in valuable ideas, different ways of looking at things and different approaches. So how can we help at Get Mobile? Well, we can help to try and find a placement trainee suitable for your placement needs through our database on the Get Connected zone. We can help you through the steps to host a placement trainee, and we can guide you through the sometimes tricky process of supporting and monitoring placement trainees during a placement period. So perhaps most importantly for many SMEs, what are the costs to hosting someone from abroad? There are no compulsory costs for hosting organisations. Students and graduates are usually awarded a grant, and that covers travel and living expenses. However, hosting organisations can choose to provide contributions to the trainee, and that might be financial or in-kind contribution. The cost really is in terms of time and effort for you and your staff recruiting, selecting, supporting and managing the placement trainee. But hopefully this is where Get Mobile can help. Something at Get Mobile we're really committed to is providing a female-friendly workplace environment. And that's for graduates, as well as encouraging SMEs to see the value of this themselves as well. So we want to highlight the benefits of being a female-friendly place of work. There are several cultural implications of hosting a placement trainee. You get to see your company culture and country culture from an outsider's perspective, and that might help to put some things into the spotlight. Your staff will need to adapt to working alongside someone from a different culture and a different country, and that can develop valuable skills and competencies for them that are really transferable to many different jobs. And finally, the placement trainee needs to adapt to your working environment and a new country. And as we all know, every small business has its own working culture and environment, and that's probably the trickiest part for a trainee to settle into. So how can you select the best trainee for your SME? Well, you can work with intermediaries to advertise your vacancy, advertise yourself directly on websites, but make sure you're wording your advert right. You need to be clear about what you want and what you need out of the placement. Getting these things clear from the start can help clear up any misunderstandings later on. So recruit and select using exactly the same methods you would for any new member of staff, and you'll get the best results. Before a trainee arrives, remember to send out information about local accommodation in the area, etc., as well as logistics information, when they need to start, what time, where the workplace is, and try and provide a contact name at the SME who the trainee can email with any questions or worries before they start. And finally, make sure you're ready to host a trainee. There's some sort of work area ready, everyone's expecting the person, some sort of initial tasks and an induction program are ready. The first few weeks are really crucial to help the trainee settle in. So some sort of induction and initial meeting should be planned, and you can need to be focusing on getting information about your company's work and activities, as well as helping the trainee familiarise themselves with your organisation as much as possible. getting to know the staff, and most crucially support from the business mentor or the buddy that you've allocated them within the SME can really make the difference in making the trainee feel at home in their first few weeks. The type of ongoing support that you'll have to provide for trainees depends on the length of the placement as well as the personality of the placement trainee themselves. You'll probably want some sort of initial review or appraisal as well as a midway appraisal to see how things are going from both perspectives. Remember to involve the trainee in regular team meetings as well as giving them feedback from staff and mentor and letting them have the opportunity to feed back to you whenever possible. And don't overlook them when it comes to personal and professional development opportunities. Try and spot training opportunities, events and networking and meetings that they could get involved with to further their skills and competencies. And in the final few weeks of hosting, you'll probably want to carry out some sort of final review or an exit interview. You can ask the trainees to complete a mini report on their experience where you can see the benefits they've received and also the impact they've had on your SME. One practical aspect, if you're considering having a further follow-on trainee, is that you can ask the trainee who's leaving to provide information to the follow-on trainee. And that leaves up some time for you and your staff to not have to worry about this aspect for the follow-on trainee. There are various websites and organisations linked to supporting SMEs to get more involved in providing placements for people from across Europe. You can see a few of them here in terms of the We Mean Business campaign, the International Association for the Exchange of Students and Technical Experience, and there are various national agencies working with placement programmes in the European Commission. And these are intermediaries providing funding for students and graduates through the Erasmus and Leonardo programmes. One thing we hope you'll do as your next step to getting involved in hosting a student from abroad is to come on our Get Mobile website. You can list your company free of charge and search for trainees looking to come to the UK or our other host company placements in terms of countries that are involved in the Get Mobile project. If you're interested in registering your SME, please visit www.getmobileproject.eu. I hope you found today's presentation useful. If you want to get in touch, please get in touch and find out more through our contact details on the website provided. We really hope that you can get involved in hosting a placement trainee from abroad and give some valuable work experience to an unemployed female graduate from another country, as well as getting some valuable skills, competencies and experiences for your staff and expanding your SME to make the most of European talent.